Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Ahmed and this is Egyptian Reacts and Reviews. Today I'll be watching The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power TV show, the teaser trailer, and I'll give my thoughts about it. A little bit of a background is that I have seen all the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. I have read the books as well, and hopefully this show will live up to the expectations that every Lord of the Rings fan is waiting for. So let's get into it.
There was a time when the world was so young.
Is that
There
Galadriel?
had not yet been a sunrise. But even then, there was light.
Very similar shots to the original trilogy. Harfoots.
We're safe.
You have fought long enough, Galadriel.
Galadriel, yeah, she looked like her. Isn't this the same guy who played Ned Stark, young Ned Stark, in Game of Thrones? Yeah. Wow, that's an awesome shot.
Earth. It will be the end, not just of our people, but all peoples.
I am sorry, but their time has come.
The past is with us all.
The past is dead.
Nice. Hobbits. This was a very interesting thriller. It was very reminiscent of the old Lord of the Rings movies. The shots of the mountaintops, the fields. I think they shot it in New Zealand, the same set where they shot the movies. One of the shots actually reminded me of Game of Thrones. The not the Ned Stark actor, the one who played young Ned Stark, but there was a horse running and um, it felt like Dragon's Reach, like the beach where even where Daenerys and Jon Snow were talking and then Theon came. Like this seems like the exact same beach. Uh, it was basically focused on the character of Galadriel. I recognized her immediately. Then there was the actor who played young Ned Stark in Game of Thrones, and I'm assuming he plays Elrond. I didn't hear the name said, but it just seems that this is the logical character because of the history between Galadriel and Elrond. So I'm thinking this is Elrond. We saw most of the races. We saw the hobbits, the orcs. We saw the elves, with the dwarves, and then there is the Harfoots. I am not really sure if these are actually from the books. I'm assuming they are because definitely they will not want to deviate a lot from a series that well established and has very hardcore fans. So, and they have never showed up in the Hobbit of Lord or Lord of the Rings. So I'm assuming either whatever happens makes them leave the continent, Middle Earth, and go somewhere else, or they're just exterminated. And the woman that says we are safe here makes me think they're actually exterminated. We'll know in the show when it drops September 9th. They did not show any of the villains. They had some shots also in like a volcano. I'm assuming this is Mordor. So they will probably have Sauron's early. Well, I mean, the title is called The Rings of Power, so I'm assuming it will the season, at least the first season, will be entirely about Sauron creating the rings and creating the One Ring to rule them all. Whether those characters will be aware of that or they will be just the familiar faces to ground the story so that we can know exactly what each of our original characters has been doing at that time. We'll see, but I don't expect that there will be an actual confrontation in the first season at least, because they said it will be 5 seasons. I'm assuming the end of the 5th season will be the war that actually the one that we see in the very first movie in the Fellowship of the Ring, where where men and elves and mankind actually goes to war against Sauron and destroys him by cutting off the ring from his hand. I'm assuming this will actually be the end of the entire show. So the first season maybe will be about how Sauron got the idea, what all our main characters are doing at that time, and if something else is going to happen at that point for the Harfoots and the Hobbits, how they came to be and things like that. Those are my thoughts. Thank you, and I will see you in September when the show drops, because I will definitely react to this one. Goodbye.